Hello, Virgo. Thank you for joining me in this moment in space of time for your May general reading. How are all you guys doing out there? I want to thank you guys for your patience from the last set of readings. You guys' reading came out last because we had no sound in the original reading. It just kind of went out into the ether. But I wanted to also thank you guys for such overwhelming support. I can't believe the response and the number of views and the amazing comments we've gotten on this little YouTube channel here. I'm so happy that the messages are getting out and that you guys are truly enjoying these readings. We've flipped open the moon here. Okay, so what's got you guys wondering? What's got you guys pondering? Or what's got you guys believing that you're not seeing the entire situation, or perhaps that information is being withheld as well? This could be some very vivid dreams for Virgo coming in this month. This could be spiritual awakenings, and this could be just going back and giving attention to things that maybe we've tucked under the surface for a little bit far too long, okay? My subscribers know with flippers and jumpers and poppers, I just put them back in the deck, and we'll see if they come out in the main reading, then they will blow my mind, and then we'll talk about them at greater length, right? Okay. So I hope you're all in a position of abundance, joy, and comfort. It's raining where I'm at, so I got the day off from digging ditches. So I thought we'd settle in here and just get in touch with some of the signs and get some of these readings, general readings, done here for you guys. So yeah, Virgo, my intention for you is that you are all in the best place of comfort, joy, bliss, and abundance. I want you to set your intention for this reading as we work through our 7 energy centers and major areas of life. And know here that we've got Queen of Wands up in the overall energy for this reading. Queen of Wands, when we look at Queen of Wands as a person, the Queen of Wands is a very helpful person. She can direct us in ways that truly can benefit us. She is the type of person that is a kind word, a voice of experience, a voice of understanding, and a voice of just overall helpfulness. So some of you may be experiencing a fire sign who is helping you with whatever it is you're trying to achieve this month. Or if you yourself have a law of fire in your sign, you may find that somebody may come to you and ask you for some advice or some direction. Or if it is part of your job, maybe you're in like a human resources sector or some like legal counsel or something, you may be in a position to really help somebody out of a jam in May, okay? When we look at Queen of Wands as a person. I do get tugged on my shoulder here just to quickly speak about a love aspect. For some of you in this reading, Virgo, some of you may be involved with someone with a lot of Leo, with a lot of Sagittarius, or a lot of Aries in their charts, whether sun, moon, or ascendant sign. And we'll look to see with this in our overall energy if this is someone that you're crushing on, or if that someone you're partnered with, what this reading means in terms of your relationship with them, okay? I don't classify these as love readings. I classify these as general readings. But with that, the cards come up for what a majority of the people of that sign are here to find out about, okay? So that's what we're looking at. Let's start in the root chakra, as always. And here we have more people up in the reading, more court cards, Virgo. Now we have King of Pentacles reversed. So let's look at King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is somebody that has mastered their own earthly domain. The King of Pentacles is someone that now looks to the finer things in life, looks to spiritual journeying, looks to deepening understandings because they are already established in regards to their home, their comfort, and their family lives, having them established, okay? But when King of Pentacles is reversed like this person may not be in a position where they are expanding anymore. They may be not looking for the deeper meaning in things. They may be in a position where they're supposed to be awakening or developing an understanding of emotional, spiritual aspects of their own lives, but they're just not doing it. They are stuck in material possessions. They are stuck in like hoarding energies, in like amalgamating wealth of greed, maybe cutting the little guy out, that kind of thing is a feeling I have with this King of Pentacles when we look at what this card can mean. So, Virgo, you are an earth sign. Pentacles are reflective of the earth sign. So the message I have for you is we kind of have to kind of watch our generosity cap. We kind of have to look around us and say, all right, if we are in that great place of abundance, maybe we are in a position now where we can help somebody out with a small loan if they've asked, or we can help a sibling or maybe a niece or a nephew out with some sort of like loan that they have or something. Rather than like keeping, every last nickel and dime to our chest, saying, nope, they have to work hard for it. Nope, there's no easy way out for anybody else. So if that's you, it's just kind of maybe asking you to soften that on a mundane level. Some of you may be deciding that it's time to get rid of old possessions that have residual energy on them that you're maybe no longer connecting with, or that may no longer be purposeful in your life. If you're dealing with another earth sign, we may be seeing certain day-to-day conflicts that are coming from partnerships that you could have with fellow Virgos or Tauruses or Capricorns at this time. Earth-Earth relationships may not be going very harmoniously on the day-to-day level. You may just not, because Pentacles to me, they speak to the facet of time. You may just not have time for each other, where it would be really easy to cut something out to make time for somebody a little bit more important to you if you wanted to do that. Okay, if this is earth sign that's connecting with fire sign here, we're saying earth sign, you may need to sort of swallow your pride or eat your words potentially, because somebody might be right and you might be not willing to see their side of the story based on your own needs or what you perceive of what is more important. Okay, I gotta say that I'm not sugarcoat it when it comes to these court cards. When I see it like this, it's kind of like Queen of Wands, pretty helpful, pretty knowledgeable. She's going to get you where she needs you to be. And this could be man or woman or thems or there. King of Pentacles reverse, he or she is like, no, I'm not doing that. That costs too much money, or that's not worth my time, where it's like, maybe it is, that kind of thing. And just because you're a Virgo, like, don't like take it the wrong way. Okay, I don't mean to say that you're the one at fault here just because you are the earth sign, but this is what tarot is showing. This is just saying that there needs to be an opening of the eyes, an opening of the heart, an opening of even our root chakra, to go out and get and spend some quality time with somebody in a more natural setting to deeper connection with them. Okay, so that's what I got there. All right. Please don't hate me. You can hate the video. Don't hate the messenger. Okay. Now we've got justice up in the sacral energy in this chakra. Okay, and justice is the card of fairness. So maybe this is the balance that a lot of Virgos are seeking in their relationships right now. Maybe some of you are viewing or coming off of saying, well, my lover or my partner is not being fair to me. My lover or my partner is has been this way. I don't expect him to change. I'm either going to present him with an ultimatum, or I'm going to maybe give them the silent treatment, or make them sleep on the couch, or there's going to be no nookie for them until they figure out what it is that they've done, when really it's like, well, maybe we could just talk about this a little bit more. Maybe we could find out. And again, this card up in this energy, for younger viewers, the feeling I have here is that maybe if some of you might have jumped in a little bit too quick in April. I had a feeling that Virgos were just really kind of like, they needed to release a lot of sexual energy in springtime and in April. So some of you may have been involved in situations where things might have gotten hot and heavy with somebody for a little while, and now you're just realizing, like, this isn't really what I want. This person isn't really what I wanted, and maybe they've fallen for you, and you've just kind of been trying to find a way to set them down gently, or take it easy with them, right? So we have to really watch that we're not breaking hearts, that we're treating people with fairness. If that is your situation, okay, justice up in this situation. If you're going to be flaunting it, you can't taunt it afterwards, right? So to speak, right? It's like everybody, regardless of their sign, they put a different value on what sex means to them emotionally, and what sex means to them with a particular person in a particular moment in time or situation, right? And it's not always fair. It's not always just. But you guys have this card, this major energy up in this upright position. It's saying you have the potential, you have the ability to bring balance back to this situation, whether it is involved things of a sexual nature, or potentially if you've had to call it, or somebody is breaking up with you, or you're breaking up with somebody, even though there was a lot of sex involved, right? And then it might leave the person questioning, did they love me at all, or were the things said genuine or authentic, right? And this is a stretch for Virgo. This is not typically the kind of energy that is around you, ladies and gentlemen. This is like kind of new. This is something in the stars is happening to sort of test you out with more of like Aries and Scorpio type energy. Like, what the heck? Like, if it's too hot in the kitchen, well, why are you still cooking? Why are you still there? Type thing. All right. Not to belittle your sign. I'm just saying this isn't typically the energy that we see up for Virgo. But Tarot is saying here that a lot of you are maybe entering into these types of lessons or these types of understandings so that we can bring about a better relationship for ourselves in the long run, okay? Justice up there in Sacrum. Interesting energy. Come on, card. What do we got here? We've got Four of Cups up here in solar plexus energy. So yeah, some of you could have found that you were just like bored of a situation, bored of a relationship, and lack of inspiration was coming with someone that you were deeply involved with, or there was this feeling again of like this disharmony between people that have left people feeling closed off, not talking to each other, not wanting to spend time with each other, rather but go out and fulfill their own desires, go on and be around other people that they feel they actually had the ability to influence, rather than just coming up against cold shoulders or unmoving, blocked type energies. Four of Cups in solar plexus. This card can also mean that there is been a recognition to really avail yourself, a recognition of being able to avail yourself of something that was bringing you down. So you're recognizing the problem in Four of Cups reversed in solar plexus. You may not be seeing that, okay, maybe, Billy or Bobby or Jenny was the problem, but it's because Billy is XYZ is the problem, or because Jenny does such and such, that is the problem, or because, Johnny believes X, Y, and Z is the problem. This is deepening in realization of what it is about the other person that you're maybe not willing to sort of bend or break on or compromise on. It's not maybe the person themselves. The person may just be fine. They may be all fine and dandy, but it's something about them that you can maybe ask them to change, or that you say, well, if I don't see any improvement here, maybe we do need to seek some advice on whether or not we continue on in this relationship. Or maybe for some of you, it has been about yourself, right? Realizing that there's a certain thing about yourself that is the reason why there's been a lack of harmony. Just wanted to look at these Lenormand cards because these lower chakras seem blocked, they seem stuck, and they seem like we're having some trouble getting into them, all right? So here we go. Unhealthy activity up here, right? Kind of belligerent moving forward without a recompense for, circumstance or what the heck? Sorry for my bumbling here. The consequences of your actions, right? What moving forward too quickly, what are the, or not moving at all, what are the consequences of giving somebody the cold shoulder, right? This here again, being too suspicious of what other people are doing. Maybe for some of you, this could be that particular lovers or particular people that you were involved in, maybe there are some trust issues. We haven't seen the Lovers card up here, but maybe we're in a situation where you're like, well, maybe that person told me I'm the only one, but clearly based on their inability to make time for me, that I'm not the only one, right? And look at this King of Diamonds here. We've got King of Pentacles up here, so draws me back to this card. And look, we got Queen of Clubs up here with Queen of Wands, right, in this card. So maybe what we're looking at here is somebody that is not the best person for you, but there was a point in time where you had developed a bond with them, and now you're not seeing that trust is there anymore, is what I'm seeing, okay? Now, we've got this Moon and this Compass card here, and it was the Moon that popped out at us when we were shuffling, saying that there may be a situation about disillusionment. Someone may not be showing us the true them, the true version of themselves. They may just be tricking someone in terms of getting a warm place to sleep, or having a little extra noogie on the side when somebody else isn't giving them the noogie, or that kind of thing. And if that's the energy you're still playing in, Virgo, and it's still very playful, that's all fine and dandy. But if you're wanting to reclaim your power, to reclaim your heart, to have something more real, have something more meaningful, the situation is we've got to find out about who this person is, why this person has been a little bit shady, right, around us. And this card is saying, all right, we've looked at fire signs, we've looked at earth signs, but the compass is just really saying this could be anyone that you're dealing with. Anyone you are uncertain of in the month of May in terms of their spoken word, their truthfulness towards you, and through their actions, whether they're making time for you, whether they are actually giving you the caring touch. Anybody, any sign, let's question it, and then there's going to be a decision that has to be made about that, okay? But right now I feel, Virgo, we're still very much in that evaluating situation. We don't want to come out and blatantly accuse people of things that they haven't done just because, maybe they are out golfing with their other friends. Maybe you haven't met their entire social circle yet. The feeling with this Justice card is like these problems are centering around like maybe some very new relationships. And if they're not new, well then come on, guys. You guys know what to do in order to get that back together again. Let's just talk. Let's just open it up, all right? Heart of Heart, Eight of Wands. Definitely, somebody is not communicating. Somebody is not being forthright and telling the other person the way they feel. And again, this could come back to no. This is blatant. This is mundane. Somebody is not telling the other person how they feel. There is a position of things not moving forward. There is no forward action. There is no growth. There is no room for expansion. And the heart always wants to be in a place of expansion. It always wants to be growing. It always wants to be taking in more. You think about when you do your yoga, when you're aligning your chakras, we're always opening the heart. We're always in a point where we're wanting to expand that heart. And when we see Eight of Wands reversed, what we can see here is that somebody is in the dark. Somebody's been left here not knowing, not understanding, not receiving the messages they need to, because maybe some donkey is just, saying one thing, doing another, or not saying anything at all, and just kind of like, mean mugging you and being like, well, or not returning text messages, or, not responding to you on social media, or situations where not, you see that they've read their text message, but there's no reply, that kind of energy, all right, with the Eight of Wands up in the Heart of Heart. Don't let that bring you down, Virgo. Don't let it drag you through the mud. If somebody is doing that to you, what you've got to do is you've got to get up into this Four of Cups reversed energy in your solar plexus, and you're just going to be like, I've already left it in the distance. I've already set my sights on new hopes, new dreams, new loves, that kind of thing. And if this person wants to come back to me on hands and knees because maybe Susie Q left the state or decided she didn't want anything to do with him anymore, then that's a point where you've got to make that decision later on the road. But while we're in this evaluating stage, don't stop. What is that? Don't stop thinking about tomorrow, right? That kind of song, right, in your head, because we're moving forward. And if that person wants to mean mug us and not return our text messages, even though at one point in time we were the center of their attention, the center of their life, well then Charlie, that's your problem. That's their problem, right? We're not going to let us hold us down. Okay. Here we go. In communication, we've got the Death card reverse. Okay, here. So somebody is unwilling to change. Somebody is unwilling to get over themselves in a situation. You may have gotten involved with a player, and you may have gotten involved with someone who's a real sweet talker, and then they don't want to. There's just no hope for that person. There's just no. What do they say? A tiger can't change. A leopard can't change its spots, right? At the end of the day, it's still a leopard, right? You knew maybe when you got involved with this person that it was going to end up maybe biting you, but you went ahead and you did it anyway. And now when we see this card up in communication, and we see the communication and the messages card up in the hearts, what I'm saying is that they don't expect this person to open up to you in the way that maybe you are hoping for. Even though you've been fair, you've been a kind hand, you've been the one directing them, right? And you know what it is that you want. Maybe you want this person with all of your heart. Maybe they told you something that really made you open up your heart at one point, and then they were just a donkey. They were just a jerk face, and they went around and they but screwed a bunch of other people, or they just up and left and now they're not talking to you, right? Or maybe they just live 1 or 2 neighborhoods over and they just will not return your text messages. They just will not make any time for you. The cards are saying there's not much you're going to be able to do, Virgo, in terms of changing this person around. This person is stuck. This person will not get over themselves. This person is refusing to transform for themselves, for their own health, let alone for somebody else, okay? So my heart goes out to you there when we see that card, that reverse communication. Now we've got 9 of Wands in third eye. Okay, yes, definitely. Somebody's holding on too close to this idea. Somebody's holding out too much hope. And I'm not saying don't have hope, but I'm saying we are not seeing Ken, John, Jim. Oh, there's Joe over there in accounting. There's Bob, and there's, and they all think, wow, she is super beautiful. But her energy is so depleted because all she can think about is Kevin, right? And Kevin's the donkey. Sorry if your name's Kevin. I just use these names. But, she sees Kevin. She's in love with Kevin. Kevin's a jerk. All the guys around it know. And they're at the water cooler. They're like, how can she be so upset with somebody that just doesn't even treat her so right? And it could be hims or hers. This could go other ways around, thems and theirs. It's not gender expression or identity related, okay? It's just that somebody's so focused on one person, they're not seeing the opportunity or the people around them that may want to be sharing their love with you, Virgo. You're just not seeing it, right? This is third eye energy now. This is pineal gland. This is spirit. And wands speak to spirit. So you may have become so mentally and emotionally, I'm not going to say obsessed, but sort of sidetracked by this person, that now you may be feeling like when you go home at the end of the day, you're like, oh, my love life is the shits. But no, this person is the shits. Your love life has great potential. So this is really shake up energy. Let's wake up a little bit here, Virgo. Let's get out of these energies and let's get it happening for us, okay? All right. Now, I want a quick clarifier because this King of Pentacles that showed up in our root chakra has been nagging at me since we started. I'm like, is this Virgo or is somebody doing this to Virgo? And with these general readings, they can go either way, vice versa, right? So, Tarot, why is King of Pentacles reversed here? What advice do we have for Virgo? Why is King of Pentacles reversed up in the root chakra? Why is it? Why is it? Maybe some of you have been, I don't want half the deck to flip out. Maybe some of you have been dating out of your particular normal circles. Maybe you've gone somewhere else or decided to be with somebody that you wouldn't normally see yourself with. That has potential. Because like I said, April was like some really kind of randy type energies for a lot of you. Okay, we got this one. These two want to flip out. So we're going to take a look. Queen of Swords up here. All right. So this is be honest with yourself. This is cut the bullshit away. This is if this is you. We've got High Priestess up. Maybe you are not do not have the full information about this person, or you're needing to look deeper into yourself. Some information is being withheld from you, right? Page of Wands. So we've gotten involved again, a little passionate, a little too quickly, right? Maybe some of you had no intention of taking things too far, but now things are a little bit beyond your control. There's a lot of cards to come out. Four of Swords, reflect on it, meditate. Look at all these court wands, right? So for a lot of you, this is, for some of you, I feel it might be air signs, but for many of you, this is a water sign. For some, now we've got the Knight of Wands here. So passion, and some sneaky things going on surrounding Virgo and fire signs, okay? For the odd person, it might be air signs. But the feeling here is that this King of Pentacles, this is surrounding Virgo. This is fire, earth type situations. And maybe Virgo is not listening to Queen of Wands. Maybe you guys have been a little bit stubborn in terms of what the other person wants in a relationship, and or this person has just been so wandy. And I'm going to say wandy because I get this feeling of like sexual passion here, right? Those sort of feelings. So, and now look at this. We've got, this situation where some of you, this was purely sexual and not, it was never meant to go to that area of like full blossoming love. And something was misconstrued or lost in the message along the way. And I'm really sorry, Virgo. If this is you, I'm not going to be your dad. If this is happening against you, my heart goes out to you, right? So that you guys can move on and get moving forward here. All right? That's a law of cards just for one little situation. Now, hopefully this is resonating with a lot. Wow. All right, we got Knight of Wands up. And I had half the deck fall out for me, but we've got Knight of Wands up in reverse here. So yeah, this is a situation where somebody is stuck in Hugh Hefner mode. Somebody is stuck in like just wanting to get their fulfillment on. They're wanting to get. Sorry, I don't typically do that. We'll leave it. We'll just leave it here. That's for the Oracle card that's coming. Somebody is in a situation where they might have used you, Virgo. You might be feeling used, and you might be feeling that there needs to be some justice. There needs to be some recompense for that person lying to you and then maybe using you, getting into your special place, and then just beating it, just leaving it, right? And this definitely could be an Aries that has done this. This definitely could have been a Leo. Or Sag, right? This somebody with a lot of fire in their charts may have come along and just blatantly, just straight up used you, Virgo. And it's a hard message for me to get across. And if this general reading is vice versa, if you have hurt this particular fire sign, if you had no intention of taking that relationship to the next level, you've kind of stepped in there, maybe you guys got drunk together, maybe you guys, started dancing, started touching, started feeling. Then it went back to an apartment for a weekend or a night, right? And then now there's nobody's returning text messages in it. And then if this is you, what I'm going to say is you're going to have to watch out that your karma hasn't been affected too much. Maybe you do just need to say, okay, let's meet for coffee and get some closure to the situation so that you're not entering into a longer period of cycle when the day you wake up and you realize, like, why am I single? Why is it taking so long for me to find my soulmate, my twin flame, the love of my life? Well, justice is here to say, well, remember that weekend? That's why, right? Okay, so kind of heavy duty, Virgo, and we really kind of centered in around the libido, love versus lust. This kind of came up emotional, dealing with somebody that, there's really type of manipulative type energies maybe of using people and those sort of situations. And the cards come out the way the cards come out. And I see what I see. So all apologies, but at the same time, no apologies, right? We're just going to look at it. Hopefully the Oracle Enchanted Map will give us a nice takeaway message that we can use, Virgo, as we go through and forward. Speaking of through and forward, there is number 6 mountain. So we have the face that is built into the side of the mountain. The sun is hitting the moonlight, and the moonlight is reflecting down on the mountain, and the mountain is now awake and ready to send you a message. And I quote, "You have the capacity to flow around any obstacle. This is the time to adapt," end quote. Sometimes you'll come across what appears to be an insurmountable obstacle, like a huge mountain that separates you from your success. You might think that climbing it or chiseling away at it is the answer, but why take such a treacherous, tedious approach? Be like the rivers that flow around the mountains naturally. You'll move past this obstacle relatively quickly if you choose the easy way around. This is the time to adapt to your circumstances. If you decide to climb, remember to take one step at a time, opting for the next right action. So yeah, let's get into this, right? If these text messages aren't being returned, if this obstacle is not, the feeling I have is this person is not going to change for you. This person is not going to come around and say, or this situation is not going to bend to your will or to what you want at it. You're going to have to leave it behind. You're going to have to move around it, move past it, move forward. Stop trying to communicate with it. If it does not want to communicate with you, all you are is like, that's pulling teeth that are firmly rooted in there, right? We have to do that, right? So be flexible, be adaptable, be ready to go around with it. If you got burned, say to yourself, I got burned. There's no, if anyone's beating yourself up over it or judging you for it, it's probably yourself. So let's stop doing that. Let's get out of that action, right? And for some of you, this is still a pretty good energy. You may have a great girlfriend or a great person that you could go and tell all of what has happened to you, and then you may find out that they give you a great piece of advice, or they can help take your mind off it for a little while, or they might be able to introduce you to somebody that is way more aligned with you, and maybe you'll meet somebody new. Okay, Virgo, that's what I got for you up for May. Some interesting cards to say the least, and it's a challenging reading. But be prepared to move forward. Be prepared not to get stuck. Okay, let's not spin our wheels here. Let's put it into first gear and really torque up the wheels and get moving forward. Know that I love you all, and we'll see you next time.